Have you ever seen this? How about this?
I'm Driscoll, musician, content creator, and lifelong Singaporean.
That's Yong, a heritage educator who turns forgotten corners of Singapore into viral heritage gold.
This is Mount Emily Park. This actually used to be the site of Singapore's first public pool, which was opened in 1931. So this is what I wanted to show you. This is actually a coat of arms.
What is a coat of arms for?
You can think about it as a unique identifier for a person, country, or for an organization. So in this case, this is the coat of arms for the municipality of Singapore. Singapore was not yet a city, but still a town. And the Singapore Municipal Commission, they were in charge of the municipal services in the town back then. This coat of arms was actually given to Singapore in 1948. It was actually approved by King George VI. So the reason why I wanted to show you this is this right here. It says Majulah Singapura.
Which is our national anthem.
Yeah, Majulah Singapura was the motto for the Municipal Commission. It actually started its life as an English motto called May Singapore Flourish. And then there was a translation to Malay. First, it was translated to Biarlah Singapura Untung.
Biarlah Singapura Untung. What does that mean?
Biarlah means let Singapore, and Untung means profit. So it's let Singapore profit.
Profit.
But back then, people felt like, the word profit, not very aspirational, right?
Yeah.
So they changed it to Majulah Singapura. Majulah Singapura means onward Singapore.
So is this what inspired the title of the national anthem?
Zubir Said was said to have been inspired by a coat of arms at the Victoria Theatre.
Turns out, back in the colonial era, Singapore had quite a few coat of arms granted by the British. Some are still around today, mostly on buildings or sites once run by the old Municipal Commission, including this one at the Victoria Theatre. So Zubir Said, already a respected name in local music circles, was commissioned to write a song for the reopening of the then Victoria Memorial Hall after it was renovated. And since he was commissioned by the Municipal Commission, he used their motto.
The motto was Majulah Singapura in Malay. So naturally, Zubir Said wrote a song with Malay lyrics. Malay was already very widely spoken in Singapore.
Meet Dr. Bernard Tan, composer and lifelong champion of music. And this is Gary Tan, record shop owner who has lent us one of his most prized possessions.
It's possibly one of the last few copies left in existence.
I feel like I need to clap after that.
What you heard on the vinyl was the original version of Majulah Singapura, composed in 1958 for the official reopening of the Victoria Theatre.
So how did this become the national anthem?
In 1959, Singapore gained self-government, so the government was looking for a state anthem. The Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Toh Chen Chai, was tasked with this mission. Someone in the City Council had alerted him to Zubir Said's song. So he listened to it, he felt it was suitable, but he told Zubir Said to shorten the verse. The current Majulah Singapura is a national anthem. The verse is shortened from 16 to 8 bars.
Can you imagine standing for another 8 bars every single morning?
Yes. When Zubir Said had to remove the 8 bars from the middle, he also had to remove 8 bars of the lyrics. So looking at these lyrics, the very beginning, Mari Kita Rakyat Singapura, is the same. The last 2 lines, Cita-cita kita yang mulia and Berjaya Singapura, are the same. So he had to rewrite the middle to connect the first line to the remaining last 2 lines to make it coherent. He did it so skillfully that if you listen to today's national anthem, you never guess that something is missing in the middle.
Yeah, I never guessed.
The original key of Majulah Singapura was G major. In G major, the highest note is E above C, 1 octave above middle C. That's not easy to sing for the layman. No, I don't have perfect pitch, so I can't. In the year 2000, there was a major revision of the orchestration. The government decided to ask a number of composers to reharmonize the thing. So I took the chance to propose lowering the key from G major to F major, which is a lot easier to sing.
It is, yeah.
It is a lot easier to sing.
Ha, ha, da, 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 da. Hearing it in G major, I would imagine the amount of difficulty people would have singing. So Dr. Tan, just like that, we started singing Majulah Singapura.
When the official version had been passed by the Legislative Assembly, the government had to make sure that people, particularly school students, knew how to sing the song. So they had a dial-in, I think a dial number 2, and there was a recorded version of the anthem that you could hear and listen.
So I've been singing this song for years, not knowing its backstory. It's wild how 80 seconds of music can carry decades of history, and every time I listen to it now, I'll definitely appreciate it differently.